What's up, everybody? It's Cameron, and I hope you guys are all doing well today. And I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, whatever it is you guys are doing. And I'm back with another video. And for today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys 4 scary sleepover stories. I was thinking of what my next video be, and I finally thought what my next video should be. So yeah, today's video is 4 scary sleepover stories. And as you guys see, I have my Goosebumps shirt on because I'm a huge Goosebumps fan, to be honest. And my favorite episode is Phantom of the Auditorium. That's my favorite Goosebumps episode. But so is Night of the Living Dummy 2 in Monster Blood. And Welcome to Dead House. But anyway, before I start this video, I gotta do something right quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, I just need to comb out my hair because my hair looks like it's a mess. And I do need another haircut too. Okay, so on with this video. Story number 1. 4 girls were having a sleepover at their house. At each other's house. They had their sleeping bags, and they ordered a pizza, and they decided to watch us a few scary movies, and they gathered around to tell each other some scary stories. So yeah, they gathered around to tell some scary stories while eating some pizza. And for some reason, one of the girls felt scared of their stories. And she kind of did not want to tell her own story because she might scare herself with her own story. That's why she was afraid to tell her own scary story to her friends at the sleepover. But she did eat some pizza, and they looked at a few scary movies on TV that night during their sleepover. And they were feeling really tired. And they decided to just go to bed because they were getting tired. And they were full from all the pizza they ate. Just as they were about to fall asleep, they were awakened by a strange noise coming from downstairs in the living room. They thought it was their parents, but their parents weren't there. They were somewhere. I have no idea where their parents were. But one of the girls did hear a weird noise coming from downstairs in the living room. She went downstairs to go investigate, but nobody was not there. The other girls had a feeling somebody was trying to break into the house. But I don't think nobody broke into the house, but they just tried to go back to sleep and just forget about what they heard. But for some reason, it was making them feel uncomfortable, like they could not get some sleep. But for some reason, they did not get no sleep because of the sounds because of what they heard downstairs. It sounded like somebody broke into the house, but all 4 of them went down to go investigate. They grabbed some weapons with them, like sticks and pepper spray and tasers. They got their weapons and they went downstairs to go investigate. And they all said, "Who's there? Show yourself." But nobody was not in the house. But for some reason, I feel like it was a ghost that was in their house. But they still do not know who was making all the noises. And all of a sudden, there was a loud door slam. They all screamed in terror. And they were all getting scared for their lives. So yeah, they did sleep with their weapons near them in case somebody was in the house that night at their sleepover. But yeah, they did stay up just for a little bit to see if anybody was really in the house. But nobody was still not in the house. So yeah, finally the girls did manage to fall asleep. And the sounds have seemed to stop. And all was quiet. So yeah, all was quiet and they finally got some sleep. And yeah, they still slept with their weapons right next to them in case somebody was in the house, but nobody was not in the house that night. And the girls managed to fall asleep. So yeah, they finally got their good sleep. Story number 2. This is gonna be about 3 teenage girls. 3 teenage girls were planning on having a sleepover at their house. And they got some food that they bought from their house so they can eat. But one of the girls ordered herself a pizza. So yeah, they were planning on having their own sleepover get together. Hold on a second. Sorry, everybody. I heard a dog bark outside. It felt like it was a wolf, but it was just a dog outside barking. That's what I heard. So yeah, the 3 teenage girls have their own sleepover get together. They ate their food that they got from their house, and they gathered around to tell some scary stories. So yeah, they told some scary stories. So yeah, they turned out the lights, but they did have a little bit of light with them. So yeah, they had a little bit of light with them. And while they're telling their own scary stories in the dark, one of the girls, the girls heard a loud bang noise. So yeah, they heard a loud bang noise in the house. They had no idea what the heck was that noise, but it made all the girls jump. So yeah, it made them all jump. Wait, hold on a second again. So yeah, the the three girls heard a loud bang noise in in the house, and they were all terrified. They all screamed in horror, and there was a loud door slam too. And I feel like there was a ghost in their house whenever they're telling scary stories. That's what I feel like. So yeah, maybe it was a ghost in their house whenever they're telling scary stories in the dark at their sleepover. It probably was a ghost. I think it was. I'm not sure. But whatever made the door slam and the loud bang noise probably was a ghost in the house. So the girls turned the light back on and they just sat down on the sofa to look at a movie. So yeah, they did sit down on the sofa to look at a movie on TV that night at their sleepover. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking to see what time it is on my TV. Right now it's 11:22 as I'm still filming this. So yeah, the girls went to sleep during their sleepover because they were getting tired. But at least they didn't hear any noises while they were sleeping, so they got their good sleep, and the noises have seemed to be gone. So yeah, the noises were gone, but they weren't that afraid of what they heard that night at their sleepover. So yeah, the three girls did get their good night rest, and they never heard the noises again. Number three, there was two girls who were having a sleepover. They, these two girls were best friends. So yeah, they were best friends. They got their stuff ready for their sleepover. They were sitting on the couch looking at a scary horror film or horror movie, whatever you call it. So yeah, when one of the girls had to go outside for something, she thought she heard somebody calling her name. So she heard a voice calling her name. She thought it was her best friend, but she was in the house. She thought it was her best friend messing with her, but she wasn't messing with her because she was still in the house. So yeah, the girl heard a voice calling her name outside. She was like, "Hello? Anybody there? Hello?" she said. And she went back in the house and she locked the door behind her. Her best friend asked her, "Are you okay? What's the matter?" She told her she heard a voice outside calling her name. So she thought her best friend was crazy, but she wasn't. But she also went outside to see if anybody was there, and she also heard a voice call her name too. She had a chill down her spine, and she went back in the house, and she told her best friend that she was right. Somebody was outside calling our names. So yeah, someone called both of their names. But I don't know who it was or who was out there. But yeah, these two girls were creeped out, so they stayed in the house so nobody would not be outside stalking them and calling their names. So yeah, they had no idea who was out there calling their names, but they had a major chill down their spine whenever they heard a voice call their name outside. So yeah, they stayed in the house and they ate a good dinner and they looked at a scary movie on TV that night during their sleepover. So yeah, they both were a little bit scared of the noises that they heard outside calling their name. They both were a little bit terrified. Just a tiny bit. But they didn't go back outside because they stayed in the house during their sleepover. So yeah, they sat on the couch that night and looked at a scary horror movie during their sleepover. And they weren't that afraid of the voices that was calling their names anymore. So yeah, they weren't that afraid anymore, which is good. Okay, now time for the last horror story. This is about five girls. Five girls were having a sleepover get together. They ordered some pizza and they had some other snacks they had with their pizza. And they were having a sleepover get together, and two of the girls stepped outside for something. So yeah, two of the girls went outside for something, I don't know. One of the girls had to get something out of her car. And one of the girls thought that she heard strange rustling sounds coming from the bushes. Yeah, she thought she heard a strange rustling sound coming from the bushes behind the house. And so did the other girl when she was getting something out of her car. So yeah, she said, do you hear something? And she said, yeah, I hear it. Sounds like somebody is watching us. So yeah, they went back in the house and locked the door behind them. But they had no idea what they heard outside that night. So it feels like somebody was watching them. So yeah, they had a weird feeling somebody was watching them. And the three girls asked them if everything was okay, and they explained to them they heard strange rustling coming from outside in the bushes. And they said that everything was going to be okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, there was nothing to be afraid of that night. So yeah, they got back to the sleepover and they ate some good food that they had. And they decided to just look at a scary horror film on TV. So yeah, they looked at their favorite horror movie on TV that night at their sleepover. And the two girls weren't that afraid of the strange noises they heard in the bushes outside. So yeah, all the five girls got together for their sleepover and they had a wonderful time together, looking at their favorite horror film while eating their favorite foods. And they were all happy together. So yeah, they were happy together that they're having a good sleepover. Okay, I'm gonna end this video. So yeah, that wraps up for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then give it a big old thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, because I upload every single week. So yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you guys don't miss a new video I put out every single week. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. So yeah, that was 4 scary sleepover stories. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys somewhere in March. So yeah, see you guys somewhere in March. Peace, and bye guys.